Good morning, everyone. Kyoshi Allie Alberigo here from Long Island Ninjutsu Centers, and it is March 23rd at about 8:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in New York. I just wanted to thank everyone for being a part of my YouTube page, and also to all my students and parents out there from my dojos. Thanks for listening and watching this video. I wanted to tell you a quick story today. I woke up this morning to drive my daughter to school, and it's kind of a gloomy day out. It's half raining, half snowing, and I thought to myself, first, what a gloomy day, dark, dreary, etc. And I was reminded of a story of what happened to me in Japan with Tanimura Sensei. One day I was driving my bicycle. I had a bicycle that I'd go back and forth to the dojo with in Japan. It was about a 2-mile ride from my apartments to the dojo, and it was the middle of winter. There was slush on the ground. It was raining and half snowing, similar as today, but a lot worse. There were puddles everywhere, and I'd have to drive through them with my feet in the air as I drove with my bicycle and my umbrella in hand with my backpack and uniform. Anyway, driving down a hill, I got splashed by this truck driver. Literally a wave over my head. I was drenched beyond drenched, as if I jumped into a lake. When I got to Tanimura Sensei's house, he came out and he stood under an alcove in his house, and he had a hot cup of green tea in his hand. And I said to Sensei, Sensei, waroi o tenki desu ne? Not such a nice day out. And he looked at me with a puzzled look, and he said, I don't understand. And I said, oh, I just got splashed. It's wet. It's cold. He said, don't understand. And I said, Sensei, it's just not the beautiful sunny day. I thought he didn't really understand. And really, he didn't understand what I was saying. Anyway, long story short, he went on to say to me, at the time, he had these rice fields outside of his house that he would plant to make food for his family. And he said, you see those rice fields? And I said, yes, Sensei. And he said, with this rain and this snow, it irrigates the area for my rice fields so that when I plant my rice, I will have a really great harvest, and then I will have plenty of food to feed to my family. So he said, for me, it's a beautiful day. For you, not so much. And then he laughed. And I remembered that for the rest of my life, and I was really shocked by the story, and it's impacted me forever, and I've told it to my students over and over again. I thought it was time that I tell you guys this story. And to me, it basically just said to me that anyway, it might seem and appear to be bad on the outside, but it's really all about perspective. It's all about how we put it into our head and how we translate the message. So the rain is not really bad. The cold is not really bad. It really is all what we perceive it to be. So every day is a beautiful day. Every day is a great day. No matter what we're going through, there is always someone else out there that's struggling far worse than us. No matter what our odds or what our struggles or what our pains are, I'm sure there are other people out there that have it 10 times worse than you do. So just take that into consideration next time you're feeling down, and look for the good in everything you do. I call it speed bumps, I just did a speech in New Orleans for the fire department. I was a keynote speaker at one of their holiday events, and I talked about the speed bump basically being a lump of cement or tar in a parking lot that's designed to slow people down. Most people get annoyed at it. Some people zip over it really fast. Others slow down as well as being annoyed. Then there are those that understand the basic message of the speed bump, that it's meant to slow you down so that you could protect those around you. But the real message of the speed bump is to slow you down so you take notice of all that's going on around you in the parking lot, in life. Speed bumps are there for you. Whatever the powers that be, whether it be God or whoever you believe in, those speed bumps are set up there for you to realize what's going on in your life and to take notice from what's going on around you, to slow you down ever so slightly so that you think about it. And it's there for you to help you grow, to help you learn from the struggles or the messages. Swami Babaji, my yoga teacher, who unfortunately passed away this year, was about 124, 125 years old, told me that the messages that you want or the lessons that you accept are the ones that teach you a little, but the ones that you don't accept, that you overcome, those painful lessons, those struggles, those big speed bumps are the ones that will help you become a better person. Anyway, that's my message of the day. I hope you enjoy it. I want to say thank you for being out there and listening. Arigato gozaimasu.